What's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. NFL free agency breaking news part two. And just for a disclaimer now, from now on for free agency, or for the rest of at least for the rest of this week, I'm going to be posting my videos a little bit later because a lot of news be breaking. So instead of the 1 o'clock videos, you're most likely going to get between 8 to 10 o'clock videos just like this one because, first of all, I just want to say screw Saquon and screw Kirk Cousins for getting signed literally right after I posted my preview of the week of the NFL free agency right after my video. They want to get signed, but it is what it is. But breaking news: Derrik Henry has interest in the Ravens. This will be a good pickup for the Ravens. Obviously, he's a bigger upgrade than who they have not. Who they have now, J.K. Dobbins is honestly a bust. Dude can't stay healthy for anything. Gus Edwards is mid. Melvin Gordon mid. So him and Lamar will be good, but that's speculation. We'll see what happens. Austin Ekeler to the Washington Commanders. If they get Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels, this will be a great signing, giving a young quarterback a running back that he can rely on, even though Austin Ekeler is kind of old, but Austin Ekeler is still good. He can still run. He can still catch. He can still do a lot of things. And, we'll see what happens with that. Signing a 2-year deal, not bad for the Washington Commanders. Now let's move on. My boy Xavier McKenna and Josh Jacobs are both with the Packers. The Packers are making big moves. They really, really are. The Packers are making huge moves. It's not even funny. It's really not even funny. I'm going to say right now, and I might do a separate video on this, the Packers might go to the Super Bowl. I mean, looking at the NFC, I don't believe in the Niners. I think the Niners are going to take a huge decline this up-and-coming season. And as it goes for, they signed Xavier McKenna. They got Josh Jacobs. They released Aaron Jones, which Aaron Jones is a good running back. The only problem with him is that he can't stay healthy. You get Josh Jacobs, who can do what Aaron Jones does, and he can do it for 17 games. Even though I think Josh Jacobs got injured this year, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. I believe he sat out games because he wanted to get out of the Raiders. But you get a more healthier running back who can do the same thing Aaron Jones can do. And listen, you got one of the top 5 best safeties in the NFL. Xavier, bro, I love you, man. I wish you nothing but the best. You're my guy. I'd rather pay you than Saquon. I mean, you were worth the money. You were worth the money. If you look at the stats, he was a top 5 safety in the NFL this year, and you can't deny that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yo, he looks like Fetty Wap in this picture. yo, someone in the chat types at this. Don't he look like Fetty Wap in this picture? I mean, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm telling you, the Packers with these 2 signings, man, watch out for them. They could go to Super Bowl. And speaking of the Giants, my Giants got Brian Burns. Listen, Brian, as a Florida State fan, I love Brian Burns. I loved him in Florida State for the 2-3 years we had him. And he's a good D tackle, not denying that. But for $150 million, we signed Brian Burns and we give up a 2nd and a 5th rounder for him. My thing here is this. Why are we trading for players when we are a rebuilding team? The most important thing in a rebuilding team is draft picks and money, and we gave Brian Burns both. Is Brian Burns a good tackle? Sure, yes. Yes, he's an amazing tackle. Well, I want to say he's a good tackle, but is he worth 150 in a 2nd and 5th rounder on a Giants team that, let's be for real, we're going to lose in the division? I mean, come on, bro. Is our defense going to get any better? Are we sure that the DC from the Titans or whatever Titans coach that we hire are going to make Brian Burns and Kayvon Dexter look good? Like, if this was a move for last year when we made the playoffs and we had expectations, and yeah, we have no expectations. Why are we giving up draft picks and why are we giving up $150 million for, I'm sorry, a guy, the Panthers D-line was beyond horrible. I'm not saying it's his fault. I get the line was trash, but I mean, even Aaron Donald, when the Rams had bad years, was still putting up 10, 15 sacks a year. This dude only got 9 or 8 or whatever he got. And once again, I'm a Florida State fan. I love Brian Burns. I really, really do. And I'm not saying he's a bad player, but this was just a lateral move. Because what is the point? I just don't see the point. Okay, we're going to stop the Eagles in the first half so they can run it up on us in the second half when we have no offense. Listen, This was a waste of money and a waste of cap space, a waste of draft picks, honestly, a waste of time. Who cares? Who cares? Brian Burns on the Giants. Whoopity. So instead of us winning 2 games, we're going to win 4. Or maybe even 3. Or even stick at 2. Because we all know that defense is going to get tired because the offense is going to go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out each time, each time the offense comes on the field. Like, I don't understand this move. I'm not a fan of this move. Once again, not saying Brian Burns is a bad player. Like, if this was like the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Bills, or even the Packers, a team that's the Lions, a team that's on the come up, fine, cool. But this is the Giants team. Why are you trading? I don't understand why you're a rebuilding team. You're trading for a player who's built for win now. Win now. The Giants are in nowhere of win now mode. If anything, we should be trading Dexter Lawrence. And we should be trading, honestly, Kayvon. We should trade Saquon and Xavier McKenna, but it is what it is there. Be trading DJ, seeing what value we can get so we can rebuild this from the ground up. Instead, the Giants want to make these dumb moves. I don't know. It is what it is. It really is what it is, man. But let's talk about the 2 biggest moves. Kirk Cousins to the Falcons. So Kirk Cousins, and I even said this in my video earlier this evening, Kirk Cousins is the best quarterback in this division. He's better than Derek Carr. He's better than Baker Mayfield. He's better than Bryce Young. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And obviously, this tells you that the Vikings are in rebuild mode right now because they're trying to trade Justin Jefferson, and that the Falcons didn't want to get fleeced by that idiot organization that we call the Chicago Bears out there in Chicago. So they settled for Kirk Cousins, which, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Kirk Cousins at 35 or whatever, however old he is better than Justin Fields, even coming off a bum ACL. At least he can read the defense. At least he can hit Kyle Pitts and Drake London and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins is 35, turned 36 in August. So that should tell you all. That should tell you all about how stupid the Bears are. The Bears were probably going to get a second, third round pick. They thought they could get more for the Falcons. And the Falcons says, we'll just sign Kirk Cousins to go to the playoffs and get bounced in the first round. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Kirk for getting another bag. I think it's like a 4-year deal. I don't know how much it is. Matter of fact, we could look it up right now. Yep, 4-year contract. I don't know how much. Let's see if they tell us how much it is before we get to the main event. Hold on. It says multiple reports says that the pack was worth $180 million and includes $100 million guaranteed. Shout out to Kirk. Shout out to Kirk for getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kirk, I mean, once again, the Falcons really ain't doing nothing. You guys don't have the coach. I mean, you're a young team, but I mean, hey, be fun to watch. It will be fun to watch. And as it goes for the Bears, I mean, we'll see what happens with them and Justin, but let's talk about the main event here. Saquon going to Philly. A lot of Giants fans are upset. A lot of Giants fans are saying, wish him well. I'm saying, who cares? We got the bust off our team, and Saquon is a bust, yes. I'm done ranting about Saquon. Now, to be completely unbiased, I don't know how this can turn out. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, Jalen Hurts and Saquon in the backfield is deadly to think about. And then you can't stack the box because A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So, I mean, this all relies on Philly. Okay. How can I put this? Philly's really, really, really going to have to find a center who's half as good as Jason Kelce. I don't think they can find a center as good as Jason Kelce in his prime, but they're going to have to find a center half as good as Jason Kelce if they want this to work. Saquon to the Eagles could be a great thing, but it could also turn out a thing where Saquon gets injured and it's a waste of money. But as it goes for right now, I mean, we got to see what the Eagles do on the offensive line. I mean, but as a Giants fan, I don't care. For anybody who knows, I didn't want Saquon. I thought he was a bust. I thought he was a bum. I thought we should have traded him. So it is what it is. But Saquon to the Eagles, that could be the ceiling is like Super Bowl. The lowest is like not even making the playoffs. But we'll see what happens there. That's my thoughts, man. What are yours? What's your thoughts on free agency so far? And once again, I'll be doing these videos late night so I can get all the news out for the day. RJ out.